got a Tava Lifestyle, give life. You 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 got a Tava Lifestyle, give life. Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah, they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you got a Tava Lifestyle, give life. 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 The go Tava Lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Tava Lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Ayy, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation.
Hey, good evening, Tava Nation and Facebook family. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you have had a fantabulous weekend. I most certainly have. Let's see who's checking in tonight. Hey, Miss Tracy and Shelly and Trina, Miss Brenda. Hello, Shakita, Jessica, Kiki, hey, Miss Tammy Durden, we can get started now. Hey there, Diamond TK Walker, what? Diamond Clavon Browning, man, these diamonds are checking in. Who else is out there? Miss Shay Ortiz, hello. Tammy Faye, another diamond, what's up, you guys? You know what time it is. It is time for you to tag, share, text, start your watch parties, and remind everybody that it is time for the hour of power. So I'm just going to take like a couple of hot seconds to give you a minute to get your peeps on, man, because we are still going strong. How many of you were on Saturday? All I want to know, was it some kind of Saturday? Was it some kind of Saturday for you? I know the corporate team is still recovering. I know afterwards, Rock probably slept until 5 minutes before we started. Okay, let's see. Did anybody jump on Saturday? Hey, I see you guys checking in. Mr. Larry in Atlanta, I see you. Larry, were you on yesterday? I see y'all in New York. Miss Victoria Jones, Miss Melinda. Lottie said Saturday was fire. You better believe it. Thank you. Miss Tanya, thank you. Hey, Melinda. D. Laster said it was an exciting Saturday. Francis says, yes. I wonder, was that in her Sabrina Wright voice? Gabrielle Lee said it was great. Man, guys, let me tell you, if by chance you were in some remote third world country on yesterday and you did not have internet access and was unable to watch the show, you need to go back as soon as this is over, right? You need to go right back to our Facebook page and catch our Some Kind of Saturday special. I'm telling you, there was so much dropped that I can't even begin to share it all, but there were some highlights. You guys tell me in the comments, what was the highlight for you on Saturday? What did it for you? What was that thing that had you going strong the rest of the weekend? What was it? What was it? All right. So guys, I'll tell you one thing. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. I'll tell you one thing. Did y'all know that the Vasia promo is still going on? That's right, baby. It's still raining Vasia tea right now. It is still raining Vasia tea. You guys still have time to take advantage of that promo. Buy two, get one free. All right. That is only until midnight tonight. And you know why? Because we wanted you guys to help. We wanted to help you finish strong and close out the month. I know a lot of you are running for ranks. Some of you have already hit them, and congratulations to you. Congratulations for those that are still working. You have time all the way up until midnight tonight. So go ahead, get those orders in so that we can see those ranks popping. All right, one more thing. You guys know I have been talking about it. I'm excited about it. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. All right, did you all hear the exciting news? Did you know our CEO opened up the Jamaica trip? It is no longer only for our executives. So that means if you joined Tava yesterday, right? Forget it. If you join today and you want to join us in Jamaica, you can go to www.tavaevent.com. Our travel concierge will be glad to assist you. You can get all of the details there. Fill out the information form. Guys, we even have a payment plan available for you. They are making it possible for everybody that wants to go to be able to go. And last but not least, Nina said it was the financial literacy. Yes. Well, let me tell you, honey, it was the cars for me, okay? It was the cars for me. Our CEO announced Tava's car program, man. And if you missed it, I'm telling you, go back so that you can get the full details. That's right. Tava now has a car program that includes the Porsche or the Tesla. OMG. Like I'm trying to contain myself today, but I am really, really excited. Let's see, Laurel says all of it for me. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, great stuff. Like I said yesterday, if you didn't get a chance to take a look, please go back to our HQ page and take a look at that. But tonight, and we told you on yesterday that we were not going to end there. We announced our new initiatives. We announced some new tools. And tonight, our CEO is going to bring it all together for you. 100 directors, 120 days. We are doing everything in our power to help you to be successful. And so let me tell you, our CEO, for those of you, this is your first time here, has been successful not only in his own company, but several companies for several years in this industry. What does that mean? He knows his stuff. He's helped many families to become multimillionaires. But what I always say, more importantly, he's helped thousands of families become thousandaires. All right. How many people want to be a thousandaire? You know, you got to start somewhere, right? So tonight he is laying out the blueprint, giving you guys the roadmap that you need to take. So right now, get something to write with, okay? Do not let him come on and share all of this wisdom and knowledge and you're not taking notes. So whether you're writing it on your notepad or on your iPad or whatever the Android tablets do, however they do it, but have something. So, yes, make sure you have something at all times, because when he's speaking, you don't want to miss anything. All right. So with that being said, I have the plum-pleasing pleasure of bringing up our CEO, our founder, our visionary, Mr. Kenny E. Lloyd. Sir, are you there?
There go Rocky embarrassing me again. Hey, everybody, it's Kenny Lloyd, and no, I'm not crazy. I will tell you all this, and I don't think a lot of people knew this, that we had a visitor come and visit with us for Christmas. And unbeknownst to us, they had COVID. And unfortunately, because they had COVID, we had a few of our family members, a few people contract COVID as well. And, you know, I would tell everybody that I think it's easy to be lax about it, you know, as time passes. I think it's easy to think that it can't happen to you, you know, but it happened to me. It happened to Shantae, and happened to several of my family members, you know. And, man, it took me, I don't know, it took me about 3 weeks to really, really get back on my feet. Now, don't get me wrong. I was very, 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 very blessed. And, you know, I've always known that I have favor over my life, for real. And by the grace of God, you know, because of my age, I've had 4 of my friends that I've known all my life contract COVID and leave here. And it's very sad. So we do have some guests in the house today. So I'm just not taking any chances. But you know why? Because I'm telling you, listen, if they say that there are people who are really struggling to breathe, and listen, man, I was feeling miserable. I fought my way through it. And you know what? I still worked via the phone. You know, I mean, I worked through it. You know, I walked out in the sun because I wasn't going to let it beat me. And you know what's crazy? Is that when you're really in tune with your body, like you can feel, like I felt my body fighting COVID. I fought it fighting this foreign, this alien thing that was in my body. And I really did. Every day I could feel my body fighting it, you know, and you know why? Because my work is not done. I have a purpose on this earth, and I am fulfilling my purpose every day. And this is my purpose. I discovered it when I was 50 years old. I mean, you all know my story. I tell everybody that I was in the mortgage industry, and when the mortgage industry collapsed, I went broke, and I mean broke, where I'm talking about the kind of broke where I had to use some of the skills I learned when I was in college. I had to learn how to turn my electricity back on when they cut it off. I had to learn, you know, I had to go out there and turn my cable back on and rig my cable up. I had to turn, you know, I mean, that's the kind of broke I was. And thank God, because I think life really is about survival, you know, and I learned some survival skills when I was in school. And because life is about survival, because the struggle is real. It's just a matter, do you have what it takes to break the bondage of the struggle? You know, I found my purpose when I was 50 years old, and I knew my purpose was network marketing. And God used me to let men know that there's no shame in sharing your story about being broke. He used me to help keep marriages together, because women are kind of tough on men when they go a long period of time with no money. And I get that. That's why I tell them, listen, man, I use every hustle I have, because as a man, look, that crown that you wear, you talking about you the king in the household, shit, you 3 weeks without making money away from trading that crown in for an apron. And that's real talk. And that's why I say this, that any opportunity you have during times like this to earn some money, you got to take it serious. I mean, you have to take it real serious. I mean, I'll never forget, Shantae told me, I said, look, babe, I'm fighting this fight. She said, don't worry, babe. She said, you know, I would live under a viaduct in a refrigerator box with you. I say, I know that sounds all good, but for how long? Shit, you probably wouldn't last a week. I wouldn't last a week. But you know what? That would never happen because I don't care what I had to do. I was going to make sure that I brought some money into this household. So this, I want to share with you all, man, like this past weekend, it was very, very special to me because I keep seeing our growth, you know, and I'm talking about as a corporation, as a company. You know what I'm saying? Like there is success is a process, and we're going through the process. I've never sought overnight sensation. When I engaged in this, I never sought to get rich quick or to have this company become $1 billion company. It just doesn't happen like that. There is a process, and when you understand that there is a process, you can be patient. And sometimes when you experience exponential growth, and for some of y'all, you're like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm talking about real fast. When you grow real fast, hit ranks real fast, man, you don't understand how you really did it. You know, and when things start going backwards, if you didn't build it organically, you know, because everybody is not one person in this industry that did not have to rebuild their business another time in a year or two. Like, I mean, in my previous company and even here, we are continuously redefining ourselves. We are continuously looking at our comp plan. We are continuously looking at our marketing. We are continuously looking at our infrastructure. We're continuously looking at our customer service. We are continuously evaluating new products. We are continuously looking at not how to become $1 billion company, how to make it easier for you all to make money, right? But I will tell you that making money is a mindset. And this is what a lot of people don't get. It's a mindset. And I want to talk about that tonight, but I got to echo. I will tell you this. When I think about this past weekend, I think that the adjustment in the comp plan, I think that that's going to be very strong for a lot of people. Why is it going to be strong? Because and again, you hear me say this all the time, because I always give credit where credit is due. I tell you, when we first started, I'll never forget, Tony Fleming called me up and said, hey man, I got a suggestion if you're open. And I'm like, shit, based on where our numbers were, I was like, hell yeah, I'm open for a suggestion, okay? You know, because we got to get better quick. You know, and a lot of people, you know, look, when you BS people, nothing good is something called karma. Me, man, listen, I already know what's going to happen with Tava. I already know where we're going to be in 2 years. I already know. You know why? Because it's been written. I already know. There's no way I would have walked away from my millions to start all over if the Spirit didn't place in me and let me know it's going to be all right. Take that step. Go on and walk off. Go on and take that step off that cliff. Take it. And we took it and discovered, guess what? That we had wings. So I know I know where we're going to be as a company. I see what's happening. I know the people that are in this company. I know who they are, what they are. I know their long suits. I know their shortcomings. I know who they are. I know the people that are going to be here. I know the people that are not. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I just know that I'm going to be here. And I'm going to be here fighting until I have no more fight in me to help change the lives of the people that really want to change their lives. There's some people that say they want to do it, but they don't have it in them to do it because change is too tough on them. Everybody can adapt to change and how they think, right? So what I want to do, let me jump into it. So here's the deal. I want everybody to understand this one thing. And I think when you understand it, because I have seen in the companies that I've been in, I have seen so many cases where people were called to join a company. They would say it. This is where I'm supposed to be. The Spirit told me, and I love this. This is where I'm supposed to be. I love the company. You know what? They end up quitting, right? Going to other companies. And you know what? It's okay. But when you listen to because anytime that somebody that I had any kind of relationship with leaves the company, right? I call them up because I don't call them to try to convince them to come back. I don't do that because, again, sometimes God puts people here for a reason and a season. And when this season is up, they're called to go serve someplace else. And I get it because I've been through that. Look, man, I hate distributors, man, and companies. In my company, in any other company, that when people make a conscious decision to change and to go someplace else, I hate people. I hate to hear people character assassinate them because everybody's been through a change. I mean, most people that have had any level of success have been to 1, 2, or 3 companies. They changed. And why did they change? For various reasons. Me, I changed because I am where God has purposed me to be. So every company I went to, it was a journey. That's why I don't talk bad about the company. I don't care how bad people will want to talk about me, the things they will say, the lies, this and that. It doesn't bother me. Because you know what? I understand one thing. Nobody can ever take away what you bought to a company. You know, what I bought to my previous company, nobody can take that away. It's etched in stone. It's in writing. It's documented. So I don't care what they say. They can say all they want to say. People can talk about you like, man, you don't get involved in that. You know, because they're going to talk about you, whether you're making money or whether you're broke. If you're broke, they're going to be talking about you like a dog being broke. If you're making money, they're going to say you're no good, you're this, you're that. They're going to make all kinds of excuses and talk it. It's not even relevant. Mentally, man, I protect this right here. This space right here, man, I protect this space. And I don't let minutia infiltrate my mind. I don't let small things. I don't let BS. I don't let it infiltrate me. I'm like, I was looking on TikTok one day, and a guy was on there, and the lady said, hey, can I? He's like, is it about some money? No. Is it about teaching me how to make some money? Huh? Is it about an opportunity? Because if it's not, I don't want to hear it, man. And that resonated so deep with me because so many people quit on their destiny. Because I believe that if you're here for a reason. Now, you might be here for a season, but you're here for a reason. And so many people quit. You know why? Not because of corporate. They quit because they have a bad encounter with somebody in their organization. They might even hear me get on here and say, did I hear the CEO say a bad word? I can't work with a company like that. The guy, they're 9 to 5. They might work for a company that the CEO is engaged in a satanic ritual. They don't even know. But when they have an option, when they have choice, they choose to get emotional. And I'm telling you, I get this is an emotional business, but to possess a gift, to move and be shifted over to a place where you know you can make some money, and to have a bad experience with somebody and quit, I think it's a mistake. It happens. Listen, I can tell you, I speak purely from experience. I'm not talking down on anybody. And those of you all out here know this. I'm not talking about you either. Okay? I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking generally. That it's a mistake. And you know why people make that mistake? Because what people don't understand is that when you sign that application and put that money up, invest that money, you're not investing into joining Tava. You're not investing into joining anybody's team. What you're doing is that you're starting a business. And that's what most people don't get. You're starting a business. So having said that, I have prepared something that I typically don't do, but I have a PowerPoint presentation that I'd like to share with you because I would really like to talk, and Rocky, you could cue it up. I would really want to spend the remainder of my time talking to you all about the definition of a CEO. And I say the definition of a CEO because each and every one of you all, they say, as a saying, as a man thinketh he is. They also say thoughts become things. How you view yourself determines your walk for real. How you view yourself will determine your walk. Whether you walk upright, bent over, whether you look down when people talk to you, how you, like how you perceive yourself, man. And so this is the truth, that you invested into a home-based business in an industry where it is not far-fetched that you could invest on January 1st, 2021, you can invest $1,200 or less into starting your own business. And it is not far-fetched, because it happens that within a year, you could be earning $500,000. You could be earning $1 million. You could have earned, I know people that have done it. So when people talk about my industry, I don't even engage. Anytime they say something negative about my industry, I'm like Jesus on the cross, like, Father, they know not what they say, because they know nothing of this industry. But the people who have the most success, and I'm going to do a series of trainings. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say cream rises to the top. I am going to identify some people that really are exercising and demonstrating the kind of mindset that it takes to make not just 7 figures, just to run a successful business. And I'm going to start doing small classes, because you know what? I've done it, and I've taught other people how to do the same thing. And I'm going to start focusing on a group of people. And I will tell you that it's already happening. If you look at the people that are ascending, the people that are growing, the people that when you look on the weekly income, the depth chart, you see they number 1, number 3, number 4. It's because they have bought in to my vision. They have bought into Kevin Harris's vision, Lachelle Pierre's. They bought into Tanya Rockmore, Ariel. They bought in to the corporate vision. And you got to understand that this vision is executed by people that have made a tremendous amount of money, had a lot of success, helped build network marketing companies. And like Kevin Harris, people don't know. I don't know. They don't get it. Like, if you really do your due diligence on Kevin, you will see that Kevin and his wife, man, they have built companies for real, like as distributors, and made a tremendous amount of money. He knows the principles of doing that. I know the principles of doing that. Lachelle has worked with me forever. She's a great resource. She understands that, customer service, man, is everything. When you take care of your people, and why? Because I was in the field. They understand it, but they understand that we are a support mechanism, right? So I'm going to spend my time, and I'm going to select some people, right? And I'm serious. I'm going to choose 20 people that I am going to, on a weekly basis, I'm going to pour into you. It's going to start with personal development. And then it's going to go, and we're going to start talking about how to run a successful network marketing business. And then it's going to go into some principles on how to first make sure you don't hurt yourself, make sure you pay your taxes, make sure you set your business up properly, because everything is about setting your business up properly, but it's understanding that you didn't join a team, that you didn't join Tava. You invested and you started a small business. You started a home-based business, something small that could turn into something really big. So having said that, Rocky, we're going to talk about being the CEO of your business. So I want you to understand, you got to think, are you operating your business like a boss? For real, like a boss, or are you looking for a boss? And what does that mean? Are you looking for somebody to tell you what to do? Are you looking for somebody to tell you what to do? Are you trying to fit in, or are you trying to be the boss? Because the thing is, everybody brings something to the table. Like, everybody has a gift. Like, I have gifts, but I know what my gifts aren't. And for whatever gift I lack, I make sure that I find it and bring it to the table, and I listen to them. I don't care how old, how young they are, how much more I've made than them. Man, I listen to people. And the moment You think you better and you smarter than people is the moment that you start showing how dumb you are. Because smart people listen to people because they understand that you can learn from anybody. So let's go to the next slide, Rocky. So the key is in network marketing, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself because we provide some support system from a corporate standpoint, but then you have other support mechanisms, okay? So let's go to the next one. Y'all gonna get me. I want to use McDonald's as an example, okay? I mean, everybody's familiar with McDonald's. McDonald's franchise has been around forever and a day. Let's go to the next one. So McDonald's Corporation is a support mechanism. They have branded marketing. They have training. You know, before you can even own a McDonald's, you got to go to McDonald's University. You have to work in that store. There is training involved in teaching you how to run your franchise. It's an established system. You know, they do recognition and they have branding. So you don't have to worry about that. Let's go to the next one. That's what the corporation does. But a franchisee, the people that own the franchises, of course, you have policies and procedures in which you have to operate under. But the franchisee is responsible for finding a location for your store. Who's going to be managing your store? Where? Because everybody is looking for a manager. You're responsible. So just like if Tava is like the corporate part and you're a franchisee, you're responsible for looking at where you're going to do business. You're responsible for how you're going to manage your business. You know, the franchisee, they're responsible for training. But McDonald's has put together a branded training manual. But the implementation of it, you're responsible for your own accounting. You're responsible for your inventory at McDonald's. You're responsible for upholding the reputation and following the policies and procedures. Go to the next one. But you got to think, if the corporation does everything that it's supposed to do and your business fails, then who's ultimately responsible? Let me say it again. If corporate does everything that we're supposed to do, but your business fails, is it the company or is it you, given what I said to you before, what your responsibilities are? Go to the next one, please. So let's look at the Tava Lifestyle model, because it is definitely a lifestyle. Next, please. So you're starting a business. So the moment you receive your IBO number, IBO stands for what? Independent business owner, because you are not a distributor. You are a independent business owner. IBO, you own a business now. Next, please. See, the definition of distributor is an agent that supplies goods to stores and other businesses that sell to consumers. Does that define you? No, it does not. That's not who we are. So let's go to the next one. So as an independent business owner under the umbrella of Tava Lifestyle, see, your responsibilities is as follows, right? Number one, you have a responsibility to seek business counsel. And I'm going to tell you that, and I say this, and I'm not stepping on any toes, any feet, nobody. If you take this personal, that's on you. All right, because I operate under the 4 agreements, and one of the 4 agreements of business is don't take anything personal. This is not personal, but you have to seek counsel. You must seek counsel from somebody. And I'm like, if this is my business, and if I look, what is my why? My why when I started Tava, my why when I started TLC, it was to give my family a better quality of life. And for me, I decided that I would never, ever depend on anybody to make me my money. That everybody was designed to either give me counsel or I would reap the benefit from helping somebody build their business that came in and joined me. But I never let anybody dictate to me how I run my business because I am a what? An IBO, an independent business owner that's under the umbrella of Tava Lifestyle. So that means that your responsibility is to seek counsel. Your responsibility is to develop a marketing strategy that suits you. Because when you start talking about marketing strategies, you have to look at the time. Like a lot of times, man, we get so caught up in replicating success that we're familiar with when you got to understand that you were not put on this earth to be a replicant. You were put on here with a set of unique gifts to serve a unique purpose. So therefore, you can't replicate the success that somebody has that was put on this earth to serve a certain group of people. You understand? Because there's some people that are in this company, in this industry, that are designed to serve, to reach people that have gotten out of prison, that may have been doing illegal things in the past. There are people that are put in this industry that speak that language, and God has commissioned them to reach those people because they know how to speak the language. And God is all things to all people. So I never criticize people who use different methods to attract people, to save people. Because anytime you can take people out the streets and put them in something legit, you are saving lives. And me, it's all about saving lives. It's not about judging people, but it's also not about trying to be that person because you can't, because you can never replicate what they do. Because when you do, I don't know, it's like buying, a knockoff suit, because eventually the stitching is going to fall, a knockoff watch. You buy a knockoff watch, and I bought them before, but screws started falling out. Eventually it stopped working. It was a problem. It didn't look good, right? And it's because it's a replica. It's nothing like the original. You can't be what somebody else is. So you got to find your lane. You have to, when you develop your marketing, you have to market based on what are your demographics? What is your sphere of influence? Who am I supposed to touch? And you know what? If you don't know, let me give you a tip. In the morning when you get up, find a quiet space, and you say, God, lead me to the people who need me. And I guarantee that if you say that over and over and over, and when he believes that you're not lying, he will begin to lead you. People will start appearing because he will lead you. Because right now, there are people that are waiting for you that you don't even know about, that are waiting for you for that chance meeting with you, to bump into you somewhere and you hopefully say the right thing and recognize them and give them a sample, or somebody or somebody you're gonna, man, there are people right now waiting to hear from you. However, if you are trying to be somebody else, then they won't even recognize you. They won't, because you're not designed to be like everybody. So your marketing, and then you have to look at the time. You got to think that if right now people are losing their places, they're losing their homes, they're being evicted, people that were gainfully employed, that were doing well, they're in lines, sitting in lines, waiting for free food. I don't think this is a good time to be showing that I'm balling. I wouldn't be doing that. I'm telling you. I think this is a good time to be like Obama and roll my sleeves up and show, hey, I'm out here trying to help as many people as possible. I am trying to help as many people as possible. I'm out here beating the streets, and I'm looking for you. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. If you're looking for change, if you're looking to live your life with a sense of dignity again, if you're looking to be a person that doesn't have to depend on a stimulus check, then I am who you're looking for. But listen, because guess what? If balling worked in this time, I should be a billionaire because I can post pictures of my house, my cars, and everything. But no, none of y'all, nobody can say they ever see Kenny or Shantae Lloyd posting pictures of our house, standing in front of. Now maybe the renovation, because Shantae was excited, but never showing off, never showing the cars, never showing us out popping bottles. And man, listen, that is, I almost said a bad word. That is past. Those days right now, man, it's about creating an environment that people could come and feel safe. It's about bringing people in and making people believe that they can really have more. People are broken now. People are hurting. They're mentally depleted. Like they don't believe that they can have more anymore. Like they're just so confused. They go from making money and they're just hurt and broken. Man, we're about healing people. Do you hear me? That's the message we need to be given, that, man, we're healing people over here. Mind, body, and soul. That's who we are. I don't give a damn what anybody says about Tava. The truth is the truth. They say that character is not what people say about you, it's who you are. And I know who we are. I know where we're going. And we are a company that is about healing people that are broken, because the majority of people that joined us are broken. They were broken, man. When we talked to them, a lot of them were broken. They had bad experience, horrible experience. And some of them are so scarred that they can't shake it, because they think that the same thing exists over here when it really doesn't. It's different over here. What's different, man? No, it's not. We're different. It's just real over here. So you're responsible for your customer service. Yeah, of course, corporate has customer service, but man, listen, I never depended on that. Man, when somebody bought a package from me, I called them. I made sure that they got their package. I made sure that everything they were supposed to get was in that package. Man, it only takes a minute to do something that will make you money forever and ever, man, because it's not about the one-time sale. It's about making people feel like you care, showing them that you care. Showing them that you care with your follower. Next slide, Rocky. Basically, in a nutshell, man, our responsibility is simply, look, man, our responsibility is to be a support system, customer service, product shipping, providing new products where you can make more money. Make sure, and here, this can be number one, make sure payroll is done. And we haven't missed back office support, training. Yeah, we do some training we do corporate training. We have to marketing and recognition. That's, we take that responsibility, man, and we focus on it. But see, we are a team. And this is what I used to tell the companies, the owners of the companies I used to work for, that, see, when the field is like this, when it's like when you like this and corporate's like this and you're like negative and positive, you never get anywhere. That doesn't serve anybody. I'll tell you now. And I can say it because I did it. I've been there where I didn't follow the corporate agenda. Why? Because I thought I was so much smarter. I made money. I've been in the field, man. Listen, what happens when you don't follow the corporate agenda? What happens is that you confuse your people, and your people start sneaking and doing. And the corporate agenda is not designed to hurt anybody. It's designed, we're doing what we're supposed to do. From a corporate standpoint, we're trying to make it easy for people to make money. And if we can show everybody on the outside, man, that we have absolute alignment, man, I mean, listen, people, you won't have to look for people. People will be looking for you, because they're already calling now. I'll tell you that now. They're calling now. Okay, next slide, please. Look, in addition to corporate and yourself, look, from your upline, I say this, that every organization starts with somebody that recruited somebody. And Shantae and I, we have always, in our training, when we had we had large organizations, all right? We've always done our own training. We've always been our own customer service to a degree. You know, we always did our own training and opportunity calls. We always did strategic planning and marketing. We always did our own event planning. And personal development, man, personal development is very important. And the thing is, and I say this, man, and I mean this, that the moment you think that you know it all is the beginning of your demise. I guarantee you that everybody that I have known in network marketing that would not listen to anybody, thought they knew everything, man, just as fast as their money went up, it went down. Because no one knows anything. And you got to seek, and then you got to seek the right counsel. You can't seek counsel from somebody who's angry. Okay? Next slide, please. Look, as a business owner, because everybody that joins this company, I'll tell you, you are CEO of your company. You own a business. Number one, when you join, when you start your business, you receive your independent business owner number. Okay, your IBO number, and you should review your back office. You should seek counsel and seek the right counsel because you should know how you want to use, what your goals are and what your plan is. And let's see if we can merge it. Talk to your upline. You can talk to you. Listen, man, when you're building, listen, I always say this. I never disrespect any organization. I don't fool with people, but I'm about showing people how to make money. And when I see people not making money, I never interfere. I do an intervention. All right. So you seek counsel, you develop your finance, because you got to know your financial goals. You develop a plan of action. First thing you got to do is become binary qualified. You know, you got to learn how to monitor those numbers. I'm going to talk about that a little more. Then you just plug into the system. And you plug into a system that you feel most comfortable with. Because you're not going to plug, all you're going to do is quit if you're in a system that you don't feel comfortable with. And for me, anybody that's ever known me or worked for me knows this, that, look, if you're in my organization, but you feel more comfortable working in Kevin Harris's organization, but you're still in my organization, I'm tied to you financially, but you want to listen to his calls and listen, you got to be crazy to be pissed about that. Why is that? Because I can't be in all places all times. And if I decide that I want to go work in Kevin Harris with Kevin's team, as long as I don't find out there's any hokey pokey, any craziness now that I don't switched over, because listen, we know all the tricks to get the EIN number, because if we discover anybody does that, you're going to have a problem. I promise you. You're going to hear from me directly. If we discover that, whoever signed you up and the person that signed up with the EIN number, you're going to have a problem. Okay? And I'm being very honest with you. You're going to have a problem because we're not doing that over here. Okay? So you want to make sure there's certain things that you need to do. Next slide, please. CEO training. Next slide, please. Definition of a chief executive officer. Yeah, go look that up. Y'all can look that up. Next slide, please. I'm eating up my time. Got 10 minutes. How to set up your business entity. Look, if it were me, and see as a man thinketh he is, you got to think big, right? You have to prepare yourself when you're not big to become big. So when it happens, you already got things in place. DBA, doing business as, I would definitely do that. And I would definitely want to have a business bank account, because you're entitled to a lot of write-offs being the owner of a home-based business. You're entitled, but you got to make sure they're legit. If you're running a small business out of your home, there's certain things that you can write off. I'm not going to talk about that because I have Jonathan, the guy that you all have been hearing. He's going to teach us financial literacy. He's going to teach you all, okay? So you got to do that. You know, you got to set up your home office. Listen, you got to have inventory. Listen, you got to have inventory. I mean, you are not properly setting yourself up to be in business if you come in. Listen, the $99, and I know I was talking to somebody one day, they said people didn't like this, but I'm just going to be honest. There's a season for everything. You know, in our initial growth, we needed to build, and we need to build fast. So we made it easy for people because the belief level wasn't up here. It was a little down. They weren't sure, you know, so it was here. So We want to attract as many people. Now, our thing is we're attracting we're attracting different kind of people. Like every year, every level of people that come, like our job is to do such a good job that we attract the next wave of people that are going to attract the next wave of people. They get better and better and better and better and better. And we all will benefit from it. You know, I think that our leadership, our diamonds, the first wave of people that we had hit these positions, they did an excellent job in laying the foundation. They really did. I'm very proud of what our first wave of absolute leadership, our diamonds, the people that hit the level of diamond. I am proud. I'm proud of the execs. But we have a whole new wave that are coming in now. And we're growing. We're getting better. We're getting stronger. We're getting wiser. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And listen, what we see now, we're going to be doing trainings on this. Numbers don't lie. Listen, you can't be an ostrich. What does an ostrich do? When there's a sign of trouble, they dig a hole and stick their head in it. Look, you have to know how to pull your reports. And in my training that I'm going to do, I'm going to select 20 people. I'm telling you, and it's not just selecting names. I'm going to watch the numbers, and I'm going to see the people that are moving and the people that are participating in our corporate agenda, and I'm going to grab you. And I promise you that you all will be on the stage saying that I was in that class and he helped me become a millionaire. I'm telling you that now, or 100,000 there, or 1,000 there. It doesn't matter. Okay, that I help change because I'm going to work with you personally. So one of the things that I want to be teaching you is that your numbers don't lie. If you're not watching your numbers, it's like flying without a navigational system. You're flying blind. And not just watch your numbers, you have to look at the numbers of the people that you brought into the business, because you got to know if they start fluttering. If their business is going down, you got to find out why. But you got to understand this. That people have lives and people have things going on in their life. That's why I never ran my agenda down anybody's throat. I never called anybody like, where are you at? What'd you do? Leave and go do? No, man, people have lives just like me. I have a life. I have a family. I have children. I have a lot of people that I'm responsible for. I have good days. I have bad days. The only thing is I don't take my bad days out on anybody. I work through them. See, I don't have the luxury of saying when Kevin and Lachelle call me and the staff and people call me, I don't have the luxury of saying, hey, y'all, I don't feel like doing this, man. I'm having a bad day today. I can't, man, listen, I don't have the luxury of that, man. I got to get it good, bad, ugly. I don't care what the day looks like. I got to shake it off. And I'm in control of that. Because if you ever think you're having a bad day, if you ever think the world is coming to an end, go to a hospital and just take a little walk around there and look at some of the people who, and I'll never forget, man, somebody told me that one day. I was in the mortgage business. And I felt like I was having a bad day. I was in a depression. I'm having a bad day. Man, and I pull up in my car, get out of my car, walk. I'm all healthy, walking through the, man, I walk and see this guy who had no limbs all the way up to his waist. I don't even know how he was alive. And he was talking to a nurse and he was cracking jokes. And when I saw that, I thought, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, I'm having a bad day. Man, I got both of my limbs, both of my legs, both of my arms. I can talk. I'm healthy. What I'm creating this bad day. So let's go to the next one, Rocky. So here's the deal. Like every year, you got to evolve. I'm telling you now, if you bring over into 2021 the same things you were doing in 2020, I'm telling you, you're going to be getting the same results. You've got to change and evolve. Just as corporate, listen, I'm telling you, I'm being an example of that. We are evolving every quarter. And every quarter, we make some announcements that show you that we are evolving. We're getting bigger, better, and wiser every quarter. You got to do the same thing. And the thing is that we have a mutual responsibility to each other. Listen, we need you all in the field. Without you all, we're nothing. But without us, there is no company. So it's best that we work like this. If we can work like this, we'll be a lot further ahead than if we work like this. Like this, in respect and understand each other. Because the only way there's misunderstanding if there's no communication. Okay, next please. So I want you all to hear this video because it is deep and it applies to a lot. Now, I said this before that it was nobody in particular I was talking to, but this is for a few people out here. For real, like this is out of love. And this is for about, I don't know, about 10, 12, 13 people that I know that I really think need. And that's what it's about. And everything, it is my job to make you a little uncomfortable. It is my job to pour into you. Because if I didn't, it means I don't care about you. So if I do and you get mad, I can live with you being mad at me. I can live with you being mad at me because I will be able to sleep at like night because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it ain't to offend you. It ain't to hurt you. It is to make you uncomfortable so you can stretch and grow some. But I tell you what, hit it, Rocky.
I want to talk to you about trauma, triggers, and triumph. Trauma, triggers, and triumph. The word trauma is often used in hospitals to describe the severity of an injury. When a psychologist uses the word trauma, it is to describe an event or an incident and the degree to which it has damaged the soul. Some of us are so busy trying to manage the expression of the trauma that we never resolve the trauma. And then a trigger comes along. Triggers can be subtle and difficult to anticipate. The moment it triggers, boom, it takes you right back. It could have been 20 years ago, but it takes you back. They that live godly shall suffer trauma, persecution. You're going to go through certain things. Certain things are going to happen, and our faith is proven in how we recover. You can't have triumph without conflict. You can't be a winner if you're not in a fight. Sometimes triumph is just being here. Triumph just says, I'm still here. Triumph says, I made it. I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing things that don't challenge me just because they're easy. I want to be called, charged, and challenged to do something that scares me a little bit. Probably with a lot of you right now, you're living a boring, dried up, non-challenging life, and you need a place that demands something of you that causes you to have to grow into it. You need a life that challenges you. You only grow when you're challenged. That's the difference between lifting weights on your own and having a trainer. The trainer challenges you. When you would normally quit, the trainer is the one who says, one more rep, one more turn. The challenge pushes you into your best self. You need to be challenged. You don't have time to play games. You don't have time to fool around with people. You don't have time to argue with all your critics. You don't have time to respond to the naysayers. There's a shift coming, and when the shift comes, there are doors that are going to open to you that are big doors and blessed doors, but they're also going to come with challenges. They're going to come with charges. They're going to come with changes. Who died and left you in charge?
See, what I want you all to get, Rocky, you can take the PowerPoint off and put me back up because I want them to hear this and as I close out. I want you, what he said when I saw this, it touched my heart because there is a shift. And the shift is already taking place. But the question is, will you get left behind? You know, will you get left behind because of the trauma that you've had has scarred you, and you bring that trauma over here with you and not understanding that with the good comes the bad. There's no good without bad. But the only thing is that you have to know that have to manage the things that happen to you, the things that you don't like, the things that happen. You got to manage. And it's about communication. It's not about, and see, that's what we say as a people. We have to get better at managing our emotions and managing our anger and managing. We have to get better at it. Because that's the only way that we're going to be different and set ourselves apart. We can't say, listen, we can't have everything we want without having challenges. Listen, this thing, this business, this company, man, I have opposition. I have challenges every day, all night. I have challenges. I stay up at night thinking how to overcome this and how to overcome it and not let it get me pissed off and not get emotional. You know what? I manage my thoughts because I know that there's something big waiting for me. And I know that the only thing that would tell me that if I have a problem with somebody, don't call them is the enemy, because the enemy doesn't want what's about to happen to happen. There is a shift, and there's going to be a shift in a lot of people's lives, a lot of families' lives, but you got to get through the drama. You got to deal with the trauma of change, and change is very uncomfortable because in order to achieve the levels that he has waiting for you, he's got to trust you, and he has to know that you are not moved and run by your emotions. You're not moved by that you're moved by something greater, by understanding. If I haven't learned anything in these 62 years, is I've learned to understand people, because it prevents me from being angry and mad at people and having attitudes with people. It's understanding who they are. And when you learn to understand the people that you're designed to serve and not serve you, because until you understand 100% and fully that until you become a servant leader, that your dreams will never be within reach. They'll just be dreams. But the moment you decide to be a servant leader and your people, them becoming successful, becomes much bigger than you, that is the moment that you have your breakthrough. And your breakthrough is waiting for you. It is waiting for you. Tava is shifting, and we're going upward, and we're going fast. So we have to learn fast. We have to make these adjustments, and we're doing it. I want to say this, that I am so proud of everybody, man. I am so proud to be the owner and CEO, along with Shante, of this company. I am so proud of our corporate team. I am so happy. Why am I happy? I'm happy because I don't have to worry about anybody screwing over me because they want power. I don't have to worry about those things because it's narrative over here. And those of you all who really know me, you know me. You know me. You know that the only thing about me is that do I give tough love sometimes? Yeah. And it's not tough love because it's not disrespectful love. It's not abusive love. If I call you up and give you some facts, it's because I care about you. Because I don't want to see you, because I watch the numbers and I don't want to see anybody not making money. And with the knowledge I possess, why would I not call you? There are a whole lot of people out here that make a lot of money that don't give a damn about you. That if you ain't working, if you ain't making money, they're not calling you. They're not even taking your calls. But when you have somebody that cares about you and calls you and says, I want to go over this with you, hey, don't take offense to it. And I know the truth hurts. But as long as the truth ain't disrespectful, you should receive it, because that's a part of growth. Because to this day, I still have people that mentor me, that say hard things to me, that slap my hand and teach me lessons that I don't like. But I take it because, you know what? I'm going to leave you with this. That humility is the key that unlocks the door to abundance. Absent humility, you will never live the life that you dream of. It will only be a dream. Add humility, and I will tell you that the doors will be unlocked for you, and everything that's waiting for you will be there, abundantly waiting for you. So I am asking you all, I'm sharing with you all that every day we're working for you all. And we're working hard, feverishly, to make sure that you, each and every one of you all, is proud to utter the name Tava, Tava, Tava. We want to make sure that you're proud to utter that name and know that we operate in the spirit of excellence every day. Are we perfect? No, we're not. Do we make mistakes? Yes, we do. But you all in the field, you know that we listen. And if you don't share, if you go silent, then that's sad, because this information that we should be receiving from you. But it is humility that allows people to come together that have a misunderstanding and to create an understanding. It's humility and maturity. I think we're coming together. I see the energy. I know that going into the first quarter that we're going to break some more records. We're going to disappoint some more people that were hoping that we would fail. But you know what? When you have favor, failure ain't in the equation. Having said that, I'm Kenny Lloyd, CEO of Tava. And I can't finish this night again without saying thank you to everybody. But I bid you all a good night. You all have a great day. And let's go get them this week. Let's break some more records. Let's break some supervisors. Let's break some directors, some execs. Let's begin changing some people's lives. I love you all. Thank you all very much. Good night.
Gotta top it like style, give life. 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 Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Real boss. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Lifestyle, yeah. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah, they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you gotta top it lifestyle, give life. 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 The go top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Hey, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Gotta top it like style, give life.